All right, let's hope this mic is picking up what I'm saying. Welcome to video number 6, second video for February. Hopefully I'm gonna get this filmed, edited, and posted before February is over, because I'm doing 2 videos a month. So I know I did a little yap session last time, so I figured I'd change up the scenery a little bit, go for a drive, and talk. So I got this angle, I got the GoPro too, should be filming. Let's hope it all goes to plan. I mean, I don't know, I've never done this before, and let's hope this mic is doing good too. If not, I'll figure it out when I get home. So we are just cruising. I don't have a ton of time, so because I gotta go put baby to bed. So let's get right into it. So for this video, I want to talk about my future plans for the S2000. I have officially decided to start working towards. Redo that. I have officially started to start working towards getting this car track ready. I want to start taking this thing to the track. I love driving this car. I love going to, twisties, canyons, whatever you want to call it. I love going on cruises, even just driving on this open road. I mean, I just love this car. I love driving the car. And every time we go to the track, I see myself there. I see myself out there as a person on track who should be there. Maybe that sounds weird, but I feel like it's right for me. I feel like it's something that I want to invest into. So I have a couple different reasons I'm going to go through here. And for future David, in case it all goes to beep, here are the reasons why you convinced yourself to do this. So the first reason is, thanks to the man upstairs, I am blessed enough to have 3 cars between me and my wife. And so what that means is, like, if this car is ever down for, more than a day or needs repairs or modifications, anything like that, I have another car to take. And that is lovely little 2014 Prius C or our 2015 Mazda 3. So that's the biggest thing, is like, don't have a car, it's fine, I can make it work. The second reason why is I have friends who know way more than I do about fixing cars, and they're cool enough that they're willing to help me out as needed. So obviously I'm not going to take advantage of that, because I'm super thankful for it, and I'm sure they're going to be more than willing to help me out, hopefully. Fingers crossed. No, not fingers crossed, take that back. Hopefully, because I'll also be letting them go and use this car on track. Originally I wanted to... filmed by Marikai Media. Thank you. That's cool. Now I feel nervous because there's people next to me. I'm going to start taking this car to the track. Yeah. If you want to follow that channel, it's just my name. It's David. Huh?
What's it on?
It's on YouTube. It's David, D-A-V-I-D, and then space A-L-E-K-Y-A-N. Thanks, guys. Drive safe. That's pretty cool. Hopefully I just gained a new subscriber. Oh my God, yes. Okay, that was fruity. What was I saying? Point 2. So yeah, I'm gonna let my friends go on the. I'm gonna let them drive on the track as well, because all my friends are, they most of them have good cars, and they drive, and we go out and drive together. So that's pretty cool. And I think, it's dope that I have the opportunity to not only drive myself, but that I'll have the opportunity to, have a couple of my buddies go with me as well. So that's reason number 2. I originally wanted to actually make this a drift car, but drifting is a lot more difficult than just driving a track at its base level, because some of my buddies who drive cars cannot drift. And if they watch this channel, they know who they are. Y'all can't drift. And it takes too much skill. I know, I'm only good at it because I've spent probably like 1,000 hours on the sim at this point. And even I would consider myself like a low C tier drifter. And again, I've never even really like drifted in real life. But just tracking the car will be way easier because you don't have to change out, hopefully you don't have to change out like a bunch of parts, craft people, yada, yada, yada. I just think it's easier, more peace of mind. And again, you don't have to, go balls to the walls when you go to the track every single time. You could just chill. You could just, cruise around at a slightly faster pace, but you don't have to be pushing it the whole time. So that's why I'm doing this to a track build. That was the third reason, I guess, but third reason on my list is I live within like 5 hours of at least 4 different tracks. Just off the top of my head, there's Sonoma Raceway, Thunderhill, and Laguna Seca. So I'm close enough to where I can make, weekends work to go and drive. Like it's not a big deal at all. My father-in-law has a truck that I'm sure he won't mind me borrowing if I ever need to. Oh, you're not filming. Well, let's find out why you're not filming. Okay, well, I don't know how long you haven't been filming for, so we'll replace that with GoPro footage. But my father-in-law has a truck, and I can probably rent a trailer from U-Haul if I ever need to, so not a big deal there either. The biggest con I have going into this that I'm not necessarily stoked about is the fact that this is a clean title car. It's never been reported in an accident, so that kind of bums me out a little bit. But one, I don't plan on ever selling this car. Unless someone gave me a dumb amount of money to where I could just buy another one, like I wouldn't sell this car. I'm planning to keep it. I'm planning to drive it into the grave. Maybe it'll drive me to my grave. Who knows? Well, that was dark. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like maybe someone can drive me while I'm in my casket. They put me on top of this car. Anyways. But yeah, I'm not planning on selling this car ever. So even if it's clean title, even though I paid, $21,000 for it, I'm not selling it. I'm keeping this car. So the clean title doesn't bother me so much. It's just kind of like in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, this sucks. It's a clean car. And I don't feel like, if you're asking me, I don't feel like, personally, I'm too lazy to go through and like try and find a beat up one or a salvage title. I don't care to do all that. I love this car. I know this car. So that's like my biggest con. It's clean title, but it is what it is. At this point, it is what it is. And also, I use this car. I mean, I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, if anyone watches these videos, or even just for myself, David, so that you remember when you're watching these back, you abuse this car. You don't take it easy. Whenever we go out and actually drive, I mean, it doesn't stay below 6,000 RPM. And I don't go easy on the suspension either. I go over everything. I mean, in the Valentine's Day video I just made, like, that was a bumpy car ride. Let me tell you, man. I was like, whoo, sheesh. So I already go hard on this thing. Yeah. The fifth reason is, like I kind of mentioned, I already have this car, and I've seen what people can do on this car as a NA motor. So I don't necessarily, like, after watching there's a channel called Elite Performance Racing, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, but what that man did in his S2000, it's a stock car. Like the only, he has JRZ coilovers, and basically it's NA and stickier tires, obviously for racetrack and stuff. And I mean, that thing's not moving. Like S2K is wonderful. So yeah, basically I don't feel like I ever need a turbo or supercharger, but more like I could do supportive mods, you know, intake. I want to do an exhaust either way, but those kind of things later on if I wanted to. But I feel like this is a really good base platform to start on, because although it's not fast top speed, it's quick. It's really quick. It grips like crazy. Dude, this thing is on rails compared to all my other friends' cars that I've driven, which isn't necessarily too much, but I've driven a good amount. This thing is absolutely on rails. Like, I have pretty much bald tires for the most part, and only now am I slipping out a tiny bit. I mean, absolutely tiny bit. So I love this car, and I think it's just the perfect platform to start on. Oh, you're dark. Let's see if we can turn this Johnny up. Will you work? I'll turn you up. There you go. Let's try that. And speaking of mods, let's go, we'll talk about my mods, but also my goals for this car. So kind of like I mentioned, I want to keep it NA. And the reason why, the biggest reason why, is because I want to be able to drive this car to the track and back. I still want to be able to daily it, because I mean, I drive it for enjoyment. So I know it's reliable. I don't want to have to worry about something going wrong, because again, I am not mechanically inclined, and what typically probably takes car guys, like serious car guys, like, you know, maybe 1 to 3 days to fix, would probably take me like a week, because I get frustrated easily and I don't know what to do. So want to be able to basically daily it still. And that, as I was talking about earlier, there was Elite Performance Racing who I saw driving. I actually reached out to them. They're a shop in the Bay Area, and I saw how their S2000 was going through tracks. Like, he was driving them like crazy, like Laguna Seca, Sonoma. I'll include a quick clip here. Oh, third gear. That's not what I meant to do. And watching those videos is actually what inspired me to basically go down this route, because I see in the title NA S2000, and I'm like, bro, this guy's moving. Not moving, he's schmoving. He's going crazy with it. So I was like, dude, I could do that too. So anyway, I reached out to them, and they forwarded me over to one of their team members named Gary, who I think he's the one, I'm betting he's the one who drives that car, because I actually reached out to him. And I asked him, like, hey, would you mind helping me form like a little, you know, parts list that I'd need in order to start tracking my car? I don't want to go crazy yet, but I also want to be, like, you know, safe on track and make sure that I'm like ready to go. So he gave me a list of parts. What are they? There's the Chase Bay brake lines, rear roll center adjuster from Evasive, I believe. Tuning rear roll center adjusters, front steering rack, Megan Racing front anti-bump steer kit, Ballad Sports roll bar, and some new brake pads, some like more performance brake pads called Hawk Performance brake pads. In total, this parts list is about $1,450, including tax and shipping. It's like roughly over there. Basically, so what that means for me is that it's time to start saving my shmoney. But since I want to take this to the track first, and I kind of really want to make sure that I actually want to do this before I just, you know, commit to it, I'm going to get what's 100% needed to take this car on track, which is a roll bar, because I have a soft top convertible. And just, I think in general, I need to do upgraded brake lines, and I'll do the brake pads. So that's going to run me about but like near close to 1,000, which at that point it's like, bro, it's like $450 more just to get everything else. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get everything. We'll see. But basically I need to start saving money and to start putting money away for that. But I think my main goal for this kind of like project or goal that I have for this is I want to take this car to the tracks that I have within that 5-hour radius of me, or, you know, go to like Sonoma like 5 times or whatever, because that's like an hour and a half away from me, for at least like 5 to 10 times in this year. You know, put down a decent lap time. I'm not trying to break any records yet, but, you know, put down something decent that, you know, none of my friends will be able to beat because I'm a better driver than them all. And after I do that, also to obviously understand how I am as a driver, see if it's something I want to invest into. And basically I feel like once I do that, you know, do 5 to 10 track days, that'll help me decide if I want to keep pursuing this or not, because it's going to cost more money than, you know, $1,400. So obviously you have to get tires. Realistically, I'm probably going to get track insurance too, you know, hauling there and back. Even if I drive it, gas, food for the day, like all that stuff costs and adds money. So I'd have to pull out of all my other hobbies and basically just invest into this one, because it ain't necessarily the cheapest thing. And God forbid I need crazy major repairs, which again, I'm going to do my best, absolute best not to. Then, you know, it's just going to be super expensive. So I just want to go a couple times just to make sure it's something that I want to pursue, something I want to keep doing. The whole time, obviously, I have all this camera gear too that maybe one day I'll make a video on too, because I've spent so much money on camera gear. So I'm going to film it the best way possible so that I can obviously document this for my future self or whoever wants to watch. And hopefully along the way I can meet some, you know, like-minded people who, one, want to do this thing with me, or two, people who are already ahead and, you know, they have some tips and tricks they can give me maybe for either driving or cars or whatever it is, really. I think that would be super dope. So yeah, I'm literally not sure at all how the audio sounds, so hopefully it sounds good. Do a quick little pull just to, you know, spicing up the video a little bit. Actually, I want to turn around here and go park up my car. There's a nice little location I found that I really liked. It says I can't U-turn here. Well, actually, the red sign for the U-turn is pretty blocked out. You honestly can't even tell it says no U-turn. So honestly, never mind. It's being funky. Okay. But yeah, that's my goals for this car going forward. If anything, I know I'm keeping this car no matter what. I'll fix it, you know, whatever it takes to just drive it normally. I was supposed to U-turn. Why don't I U-turn? I'll keep doing that because, again, I love driving. It's a freaking amazing experience, and there's no reason I wouldn't enjoy track days where I can actually push super hard and not get in trouble for it, because that's, you know, you're there on track for that reason. Nice little pull. We'll take it. We'll take it. So yeah. Anyways, that's video number 6. That's 2 out of 2 videos for March. Good job for keeping yourself accountable, David. And let's make this goal a reality, bro. You can do this. I'm already a decent driver. Now I just got to take it to the track. So let's do that. Oh man, if I could have caught this left turn on video, that would have been sick. Let's see if I can. No, I can't. So yeah. that's video 6. Hopefully you guys like the camera angles, or hopefully I like the camera angles, whatever. And Mustang. That's it, man. We'll see you in video number 7. Later.